Hello, my name is Paddy O'Sullivan and I am a producer on a short film by the name of Speechless. Speechless is a short, quirky comedy about a young man by the name of Eddie. Eddie longs to be a comedian, stand-up comedian, but the reality of his situation is he works in a B&B with his Aunt Rose and he has a speech impediment. Now, Eddie won't go near the phone, let alone stand up and hold on to a microphone. So, that's the overall premise of the concept. What we are doing is we are creating this short film because we ultimately would like to make a feature film. Myself and two writers, Rick and Christiana, have come up with the overall concept of the feature film, and as a result we were able to boil that down to the core essence of what we would like to show off now while we have the money. Or some money, is the character of Eddie and Aunt Rose and the world in which Eddie lives in. So that's where our short film is coming into play. The premise of the short film is showing Eddie's kind of fear of the phone and how he kind of overcomes that all in one day. It's going to be shot down in Swanage. It's a beautiful area down in the south of England. You're probably wondering why an Irish man is talking about the south of England. Well, I actually came over here to do my MA within the Bournemouth University for producing for TV and film, which nicely is coming to an end, and this is the project I'm going on to do. You're probably wondering, why does he have the qualifications? Well, I've done 2 years within the advertising world, and that was a whirlwind. That really taught me a lot. As someone said, you bought back your soul and went into another industry. So yeah, I kind of have. What we're going to do with this short film, Speechless Short, is to bring it all the way over to America and ultimately get it into the Sundance, the film festival. Now, I can kind of hear a few people saying, why are you making a film about a man with a speech impediment? That's really not fair. Well, I don't believe that, because I am somebody who has a speech impediment. We wrote this short film with enough TLC to show people how much somebody with a speech impediment goes through, what their trials are. And the reason why I did that is I kind of was sitting down one day and I was thinking, just kind of brainstorming a few ideas, and I kind of thought back to my childhood and thought, what was the biggest thing, what was interesting in my childhood? And the biggest thing I could think of was having a speech impediment. It just kind of took over my life. It really actually dominated it. Everything I did, everything I wanted to do. It stopped me from doing a lot. I had fantastic parents and they were absolutely brilliant. They brought me to speech therapy. They did the exercises with me. They pushed me as much as they could. I'm very grateful for them. Obviously I wouldn't be in the position where I am now. But looking back at it now, there was also some really funny moments, because having a speech impediment and dealing with the phone was my biggest thing. I hated it. I'd never make a phone call, and it was only until recently I kind of got over it. But the one thing that sticks in my mind was my dad. My dad used to make me ring my mum's place of work, and to do that you needed to get past two pretty much levels. One was the front switchboard, and the second was the person who answered the phone in my mum's department. So if you got past one hurdle, you were doing pretty well. If you got past the second hurdle, it was a miracle. You were having a great day. But there were some days, and when you picked up the phone and not one word would come out, and you would try and use every excuse possible. Be it that there was a faulty phone line, that you would just pretty much hang up the phone, you would just stammer it through, and with my stammer, what happens is I would inhale my breath and go and it would get so loud that you'd feel so unfortunate for the person who's on the other side of the phone. So that's where my idea kind of came from. And then with Eddie, and then the comedian was chatting away with my writer Rick, and then further on with Rick's co-writer, Christiana, and we kind of came up first of all with a feature film outline, which is still in place, and then we decided that we'd boil that all down into a short story, do it on a very limited budget, of which I'm still raising, show people what we can do, show people the character of Eddie, show the humour, and show how this story has enough heart to, number one, allow people to empathise with this poor young man and his struggle, and number two, almost laugh along with him in the situations that he gets involved in. So that's where we are at the minute. I do have a big goal for this, a massive, massive, massive goal, and that's to bring it over to America, and to air it in the Sundance, the film festival, and I think it's achievable. I really do think it's achievable. As the lotto goes, you know what I mean, if you're not in, you can't win. So that's the mentality that I've really brought to this project. I'm going to blog it all the way through, so from now on, pretty much to the point that we get into Sundance or not. Do you know what I mean? I'm still going to hold on to it, and then I'll show you as much as possible of how far we've got, but staying positive. We're definitely staying positive. The task that's ahead of me to do is find a director of the photography. I was looking at shooting it on a Canon D5 Mark II technology. I just think it's cheap, it's affordable, and the quality in which we get is astronomical. But yet again, if I get something that's better than that, by all means I'll be going and running on it. So I have to do all that, find an art director, a production designer, an quality editor, an overall team, pretty much. Actors, locations. I already know it's going to be set in Swanage. It's a beautiful area down in the south of Dorset. So wish me luck. If you want to follow it, by all means please do. We are on Twitter as well, at speechlessshort on Twitter, so you'll see the live feeds, or if you'd like to interact with me when I'm on there, by all means just give us a shout. There'll be a YouTube channel as well, speechlessshort at gmail.com is the YouTube address, I think. I must look that one up again, but that's what it is, or that's the email address. Alternatively, if you'd like to say hello. As I blog away, by all means, just say hello. If you see me on the street, just say hello. And if you want to help out in the project, by all means, just give me a shout. Hope you enjoy the vlogs. Take care for now. Bye.